Because, like, Paulie's kind of out.
What did you do?
What do you... Oh, hey, welcome to the show. Go, Paul.
Hey. Are we really on?
Yeah, totally on. Totally on right now.
200th episode, going swell.
It's going like the previous 199 episodes.
Right. Nothing will change. Grappling Dad's back again. Paul and Kip here, talking about all things BJJ.
Producer Austin, otherwise known as Gingy.
What's up? Sorry.
He's so busy over there.
He's so busy.
I was going to get on the YouTube. See if
get on there, buddy. Get on there.
You got any
This
questions?
is going to be a free-for-all show. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Really? Do you have any kind of form to it?
I have an idea of what I want to do.
That'll work.
Right. So, let's
That'll
do
work.
sponsors and stuff first.
Top Mountain Apparel. Did we forget to do sponsors last time? Oh, no, we did a read for their stuff they have going on. I do remember that now.
Is that still going on?
Well, I don't know if you saw their Instagram story.
Yeah.
Car troubles.
Yeah. Didn't go so well. Anywho's
That sucks.
we're going to move on from that. We're going to focus on the great gear that we have going on. Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, we're just going to move on.
Their website still works.
Yes, it does. Top Mountain Apparel, topmountainapparel.com. That is where you can get all the Grappling Dad's gear, including hats and shirts. They're actually going to be producing our stuff for, I have an idea for them. I got to shoot it over to Al. I don't know why that just came out
patrons.
right now. Patrons, thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. They're going to be producing that, and that's going to be coming up very soon because Austin knows more about what I'm supposed to than I do.
Make communications with Al.
Yeah, you're good. I try. Al texts me last minute like, hey, dude, will you finally do something? I'm like, I will ask Austin.
I had a lovely conversation with Elle about credit card hacking.
Yeah, F off.
You're welcome.
Moving on because we don't want to lose listeners. We've been really consistent on gaining lately, haven't we, Austin?
We've gained a subscriber within the last 5-10 minutes.
See that?
Yes.
So we're doing great. So
He
shut up,
just
Paul.
ups his rep like, wait, credit cards?
Yeah, credit cards.
Click.
How do you take it back? How do you take it back? But Top Mountain Apparel, topmountainapparel.com, GD10 at checkout will save yourself a few dollars. We love those guys. You will too. Support a company that supports the sport that you love. So definitely do that. We love them. Everybody but Jeremy. Jeremy can suck it. And I just like saying that.
Who the hell's Jeremy and why are you mean to him?
Why? Because he knocked me the fuck out when we were rolling.
Oh, that guy. Okay, yeah. Still, I mean.
Grappler
I like him.
Nation, you can kiss my ass.
At least you're not bitter.
No. Actually, I just drank a beer and kept rolling, so it was cool. It was a good day.
It was a good day.
It was a good day. I take it back, Jeremy. I love you. Nope.
Nope. Still no.
Wow.
He knows better. I love that guy. He's super nice.
Yeah, they're all really
Oh, my
cool
God.
down there.
Everybody's right over there.
To the Top podcast.
To the top podcast is great, actually. I just listened to the last one because I subscribed to it, and I ran out of normal stuff. Just pop that one on. I'm like, hey, guess I'll listen to this.
I ran out of
No, they got
normal
good stuff. I like it.
Well, I have a lot of normal stuff I listen to now.
Define normal.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, mainstream.
Yeah,
okay,
That's not normal.
mainstream.
News station,
Mainstream.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever listened to Ben Shapiro to get a big ass kick out of
I can't
things?
do it.
Oh, yeah.
Zero.
Dude, he's fun to listen to because, wow, is he just super right.
Sometimes.
That's generally most people, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
the problem
you'll
with,
fade.
The problem with Shapiro is they take like a snippet of him,
Yes.
and then that's the headline. They did the same thing with Rogan.
But he doesn't even do that, though. He's actually, for as right as he is, he's pretty open when mistakes are made by the right. So,
Oh, you mean
But-
right as in right and left?
yes.
Not as in correct all the time.
No, he's not correct all the time.
Okay.
Fuck
Well,
no.
I'm-
If he was correct all the time, it would be boring as shit, and that would just mean this country's all jacked up. So no, and because I just listen to opposing sides, I listen to a lot like far left and far right. It's just more interesting than the guys that are in the middle. I'm like, oh, you're boring. I want to hear way stupid shit. I'm gonna listen to you.
That's probably why people listen to us.
Oh, probably true, because it's not for accurate information. That's for sure.
Yikes.
Paul, you got anything?
No.
This is fun.
Paul's the one person not digging a hole right now.
Please don't talk about politics.
We can talk about the bush. We can talk about the bush that's no longer outside my house.
Oh, there's no bush, guys.
Yeah.
There's less bush.
Big news. Less bush around the studio. Less bush. We were forced
Brought
by
to
your
you by
girlfriend.
Manscaped.
We were forced by your girlfriend.
Speaking of sponsors, right? Yeah.
You know how long it took to take that bush out?
Oh, I'm assuming a long time because both of you are like, you see the bush that's
Yeah,
gone?
they're very proud. We didn't notice. There's a big bush laying right down sideways. We
didn't even
see
notice.
It.
Sorry,
Top Mount
buddy.
Apparel will be at the American Grappling Federation in Nashville, Tennessee on June
good.
5th. Assuming.
They don't have car trouble.
Yeah. I don't know what happened with the Sub-Spectrum tournament either.
I don't know either.
It was yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't hear.
May 1st.
There wasn't a lot of posting about it, so I didn't really know.
I saw some guy post about it, and he said he loved it. So,
Well,
Must've been
great
cool.
job, everyone.
I was busy watching UFC fights.
I was spinning back.
That back fist.
By whom?
Or back
It
elbow.
was back
Sorry.
elbow. Pohovic? Is that how do you say it?
Poor something.
Yeah. Anyways, he was fighting Dominic Reyes, and who I think is overrated as fuck.
How dare you?
And,
How do you really feel?
Dude, come on, dude.
could
He had
take
like 3 good fights against nobody. Then they're like, he could fight John. Look, he did good John Jones. John Jones is just about retired. Let's be honest. Anyways, and dude, he clips him with a right elbow, just barely clips him about here. And then Reyes goes, oh, he's going to turn his back. So he launches up like this, spinning back left, out cold, face down on the mat.
Dang.
Holy shit. It was badass. And then the rest of the card fucking sucked.
Prohavska?
Yes.
There you
Yep.
go. I Googled
So it
it.
wasn't like last week's where it was all good.
No, this was not. Honestly,
win 'em all.
Dude, I'm sorry. It was the prelims before Marcos when Marcos kicked that bitch square in the face, and I'm not exact. Did you watch that part?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if she really was knocked out or if she just took advantage of the kick to the face.
She looked pretty bad.
She looked super knocked out, though. To me, it's just the way she fell.
Yeah.
It's never good when Felder's. Did you hear the noise he made?
Yeah.
He's like, "I'm not knocked out, but maybe," and then fell backwards. Literally, that's how like Felder basically called it. I'm like, it's kind of a dick move. Anyways, I don't like the commentary on the UFC anymore.
Couldn't
So
tell.
fucking one-sided. It is. Sorry, I have a lot to talk about today.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's fired up for no
You
reason.
gotta let me know. I gotta watch this UFC stuff again. I haven't met
Well,
him
at
for
one
a
point
while.
we do have to do a watch along.
Yeah, we've
Can't be
that has
Jamal.
been
Yeah.
requested so
Yeah.
often.
Yeah, we should do that. We could do that for like flow grappling.
Ooh, there you go.
Occasionally,
Ooh,
like the,
yeah, but you kind of got to know what you're doing. UFC, you can kind of get away with like, ooh.
It depends on your audience. Like he's going for a sips water. I don't know what that is.
That's what Eminari roll.
Yeah.
No, those are delicious. Though.
It's like I am barely a purple belt. I don't know what's going on
Yeah,
here.
so I think we should avoid that.
That's a honey hole or a honey crumb.
Honey badger. That's a
It's like, there's inside
cereal.
oshigarami, there's honey hole, and there's a difference. I'm just not sure which is
Honeycomb
which.
cereal.
Ooh, I
Good
like
stuff,
honeycomb
yeah.
cereal. That's good
Yeah,
stuff.
that would be a bad
That's what
time.
would happen. We'll stick with UFC.
We'd actually have to get good at jiu-jitsu before we could commentate on jiu-jitsu. That's not going to happen.
I was going to say, yeah, no.
gonna be a
no.
hard
We can
no.
talk about jiu-jitsu because it's not actually happening in front of us.
We're like we'll get you in the door, you know, maybe
Yeah.
maybe keep you from quitting.
Yeah.
And then if you want to like go down the path of knowing everything like some people do, then hey, more power to you, but that's just not me.
No.
It's fun. It's not my life.
No, I'm literally drinking during
Yeah.
a jiu-jitsu podcast, so see how seriously I'm taking this. Just kidding. I take the show very seriously.
like,
Jiu-jitsu, on the other hand, I get in trouble for not taking it seriously enough.
I think people go through phases, right?
Amen. I'm
Right?
in a phase right now.
What kind of phase you in?
Well, I haven't been able
It's
to
called
go.
tennis.
Yeah.
True.
So
Yeah.
like Saturday, I was. You can ask Shannon. I was ready to go. I'm like, I'm gonna wake up at 7:30. My bag's already good to go. I'm just gonna get to the gym.
Yeah.
Woke up and I was like,
No.
not feeling it because I know I can go one day and then I'm kind of like, nah.
Yeah, well, and going one day, what does that really fulfill?
I mean, it's still fun.
It's still
Is
fun. I'll be
it?
happy I went, but at the same
Yeah.
time, I'm kind of like,
It's like going to the gym, right? Like any gym. Like
Yeah.
you're happy if you win,
Yep.
unless you get like
Which is- yeah,
hoofed to
which
the
is true.
face or something. But
That's happened also.
generally, it's always a good idea just to get up. Off
I mean,
the
I
couch
wasn't
and
the
go.
happiest when I broke my neck. I'm
It
still
was
kind of
one-
glad
it
I
was
was
one
there.
day. It never affected you again. It's fine.
No, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Totally better.
12
all
years
better.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
12 years ago to the
12
day.
years
Kip
to the day
his
broke my neck. How long you been doing jiu-jitsu? 5 years.
Laurel is watching. She said,
Hi, Laurel.
happy 200th show.
Hey.
Kevin's watching. Hello, fellow old guys.
Hey.
Kevin's not that old.
Kevin? Is that Kevin who from the
DeVries?
gym?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Kevin's not that old.
I'll name him since he's on the chat.
Yeah.
So
Kevin DeReese is not old,
He's a
but
baby.
he is coaching, which is really cool
Oh,
because
up
he's a
in,
super nice
up in
guy.
Nuevo.
Up in Nuevo, very cool.
Half my family's from Nuevo, so
That makes
up
sense.
in my old neck of the woods.
That makes sense.
How dare you?
Roy said Manscaped for the win. Hey, speaking of Roy, should we drop that knowledge right now?
Well, who are we going to give it to?
I don't know.
Me?
We got to figure that out live on air.
Me.
You've already got one.
I need a different one.
Oh my gosh. You
They're
bought
nice.
like 17 of them.
I have bought a few. I like
17
them.
is a bit excessive.
Did you hear my knee pop on the mic?
Yes, I did. Literally just caught my attention. I hear, the fuck was that?
My foot got caught on the chair and I went to move it. My knee goes.
Yeah, I heard it over here.
I'll have to isolate
Gross.
that, yeah. So Roy is going to give away a tumbler to someone for the 200th episode. I'll put a post on like Instagram, Facebook, and why are you looking over there when the camera's straight
I
ahead?
wanted to see if I was on camera.
He's like, is this right? Is it right?
So I'll put a post up tomorrow and we'll
You
figure
can
it out.
put anything in these things.
Someone has to comment, like, subscribe, all that baloney, and we'll figure it out. But
Nice.
200th
So this
episode.
is our giveaway for our 200th episode.
There you go.
That's pretty fucking cool.
And once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're giving away some top mount stuff. Paul's going to do Nogi, and Roy's going to give away a tumbler.
Your wife was trying to talk me into no-gi the other night. She goes, look.
You
Paul,
were so nice, though. He was so nice. My wife was really trying to sell it hard.
She goes, we barely warm up. I'm like, tell me more.
Hold on, though.
We do
I
a
wanted to
couple of-
stop you and go, he doesn't warm up anyway.
Right, that's not a selling point because he's not,
Not
going
a
to do it
selling. Doesn't do
regardless.
it.
But her selling point was, we don't warm up as if I would. And we like go over like one or two techniques and maybe review for like, 5 minutes. Then we just roll the rest of the time. I'm like, you know what? Valid points.
Still ain't doing it. Dude, it was so cute because my wife really thought she got through to you.
Did she say something when she got home? Like, I think Paul's going to do Nogi.
I think he's going to try Nogi. I go,
not.
you're fucking adorable. And I
That's
tousled her hair.
Cute.
Condescending
It's
pet
like,
tap.
yep.
Pet tap.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Have fun at Nogi, dear.
He couldn't go to Nogi on a regular basis purely out of all the shit you talked on this show.
So you're not wrong there.
I
I did tell her though, I will go to Nogi with the gi.
That is true. You did try to sneak that in there.
I would do that. I'd be like, I'm ready, guys. You're like, this is Nogi. I'm like, I pay the dues. I'm doing what I want.
I make this class what I want.
Yeah. Does he
would
want
be
his
kinda
bills
funny.
paid or what?
Well, you like Nogi, though. You're
I
the only
love
one on the show
Nogi.
that does.
Yeah, I love Nogi.
Well, I would do Nogi. However, it's gross.
I don't mind like the first roll. I don't mind the first half of the first roll. Then it gets gross.
It's just not my thing.
If you don't warm up.
I'm a sensory person. Sensory?
Century.
I said
You're
sensory.
a century.
Sensory
Either you're
person.
old or you're a century. Like you.
Yeah,
you gotta-
just I
old
messed it
people.
up. I caught it though,
least you
but
got it.
sensory person, like I can't touch that, dude.
It's
so
it's
gross.
not that
It
bad.
would it be worse?
It is like I miss a collar and I hit like I'm just with my knuckles. I'll be like, ugh. I'm like, ugh. I've lost rolls from sweaty ass people. It's like you win. Look at you go. Anybody remember Brian Purplebelt?
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't even try against him.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't even try because he was just gross.
Buckets of sweat.
I've
he
making
knows
it
it.
rain from him is a totally different idea, and it's gross because it's not just like occasionally it's a drip. You're like, I guess I can deal with that. It's like drip, 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 and you're like, you're disgusting.
If
bro.
I'm sweating too much, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Like one time, my
he didn't
best,
even have to do shit though, and he sweat.
So my best compliment was, "Oh my God, you have cardio for days." And I'm like, "No, you're missing the point. I don't work hard enough to sweat, and I'm either good enough to beat you or I'm not."
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's it. That's my game. Like I can beat you at this effort level, or I cannot.
Yes.
Plain and
Perfect.
simple. Yeah.
Well, also, if you try any harder, you will die,
Yeah.
or your leg will be left behind. One of the two.
My one serious match with Andrew.
That was the dumbest shit ever.
Yes, but 30 seconds in, my knee already went.
Oh no, I could tell.
Yeah, so-
You went from like, hey, I can push, and no, I can't, and then it was more of just falling backwards
Yeah.
to a guy half your size.
It was still fun. You
No,
know what
yeah,
I mean?
I thought it
still
was
had a great
fun.
time, yeah.
Just didn't make for the best video.
It was all right though.
Do you warm up before you work out? Because I've got a doctor here saying he cringes when he hears you don't warm up.
No, I don't warm up before I work out.
You
Hold
just
on.
rep 225? Like,
I don't rep 225.
okay, whatever. 185? Whatever you think you can bench?
What do you rep?
I
Wow.
I
What did I
actually-
just do?
Yeah, I know.
Did you ask me what I just rep? I'm glad you asked.
This is going to be the 200th episode. It's all your fault. You moron.
So
Yeah, next thing I'm gonna be like, so what you feeling on Dogecoin?
I'm a millionaire now, FYI. Bought it when it was 0.0001 cent.
I'm super smart.
Oh, I wish. But no, I don't really warm up, even at the gym. But I don't work out with enough weight to like.
But what do you work
warming up.
out with?
So I actually go pretty light. So I used to do like 185, 205, and do between 5 and 10
bench.
reps for bench.
Okay.
So now I just do like 135, which would be my warm up. I just do like 20.
Oh, okay. So you
Or
just rep out
25,
more.
you know, and 20, I'm not done. I'm just bored. So I'm not working out to get big. I'm not working out to get strong. I'm just working
Clearly.
out. Obviously, I'm working out to be just.
In shape. Ish. Not really,
even
no,
that.
because you would do more cardio and you would do zero of that.
I enjoy being in the gym and going through the motions. I'm working out enough to, I think, accomplish more than nothing. It's kind of like, what did you do for exercise? I walked. That's
not exercise.
That's better than nothing.
That's just living.
It's better than nothing, which is what I'm doing. It's better than nothing.
Makes me feel that.
But no, I
really.
do high.
I don't like doing anything.
I just do high reps. I don't do a lot of weight anymore.
Oh, so basically what we're saying is Austin works out harder than you.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
I
want
put
to
up
make that clear.
155
See?
for
There
two
you go.
sets of 5 today.
There you go.
That's adorable.
I'm close. I'm getting close.
You
to
can't
that
say
10
shit
rep.
135. They do
True.
20 teams.
I did
Don't care, it's
135
still
for 10. That was
135.
my warm up. For that
Oh.
155.
And what up, son? I don't know. I got to be honest. I don't give a shit about
He's
any
trying
of it.
hard.
No, I'm trying
That's great.
to be involved.
Yeah. No, I don't do anything that requires a warm up.
So what does this doctor say? We
He
gonna
just
hurt
says he
ourselves?
cringes the fact that you guys don't warm
Who's
up.
this doctor?
John Louisa?
Oh,
Here's the thing about
he's a doctor?
Here's the
Says
thing
the
about
doctor
doctors.
in me.
Here's the
Oh.
thing about doctors.
No shit.
You have the top
A
10%
smart
of the
person
class,
listens to this
and then
show?
you have like the bottom 90% of the class. So, how much did he study?
Oh yeah. Is he like where did he graduate
Are you
from?
pulling like a Rogan right now who
Yeah.
said chiropractics is BS because they never went to any medical school?
Have you ever
I'm
heard
just saying-
a chiropractor go off on you about that?
No.
I like my chiropractor.
Yeah, so do I.
don't
I have
have
no
one.
problem with chiropractors at all, but I made a joke to one. That was a mistake. It's a mistake, man. I got ripped a new ass.
Had
You
no
know we
joke.
have to know more than a standard blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, I don't care. Here's my $100.
Just fix me, bro. Yeah.
Fix my ass.
That's great.
We have a doctor that
Yeah.
listens to the show. I guess we have a few, but still.
I think warming up is legit if you're gonna like get after it, but I don't.
I don't get after it either, though. I am more worried about stretching. How's he feel about that?
Ask him about stretching. I don't do that either.
I know you really don't.
Oh my gosh.
I have to though. I can't. So every day I have to get up and stretch my neck to be able to look behind myself.
Oh, so you're okay. So I can't put my socks on when I get up in the morning because
Yeah.
I can't reach.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I have to sleep with socks on,
Yeah.
which I hate.
Yeah, that's terrible.
don't have a
but you're
choice.
never going to get there.
No.
No. So this is me in the morning. I get up at 5:30 and I get ready, take a hot shower, and I just let the shower hit my neck like that's going to do fuck all. I'm just like, please loosen it up because this is how I wash my head. It's just dead still.
You know, the more I
Turn.
the more I listen to us, the more I believe that doctor's probably right.
Well, you want to know what kind of doctor he is? Because he told us.
Oh,
Please
no.
be a chiropractor.
No, podiatrist.
OBGYN.
Oh, he's a legit doctor.
Well, I mean, at least he went to school.
That's fucking impressive. Because down there, confusing. Just saying. Oh boy, very confusing.
Let's talk about politics.
I love saying things just to see what Paul does. Say it, then just look at Paul.
So Ben Shapiro, you say?
Oh my gosh. That's not.
How have I not been canceled? Like you two? You guys watch your shit. I don't. I literally say things to try to get canceled.
I don't know. Paul probably should have got canceled after last week.
That was
He doesn't even
not.
remember.
Hold on. What did you do?
I said our jujitsu clan, and he goes, "You can't
Whoa,
say that
I do
word anymore."
remember-
He
I
goes,
do
"You
remember
can't
that.
use that word." I'm like, oh,
That's just not a smart word to use
no,
right
you
there.
can't. Yeah,
Even though everyone knows exactly what you
Yeah.
mean.
It's a cult.
It is a
which
cult.
is starting to be a thing that you can't say too. It's a
Is it
cult.
really?
So
I've read an article about. I've been reading too many articles, and I'm not
Stop it.
smart enough to really read articles. And
Do you
take
read the
in
article or just, like, the
Yeah, no, I
headline?
read the article. No, I hate those people.
oh yeah, those are fun.
God, I hate that. Oh, let me repost this. Yeah, did you read the fucking article? Because that's how I started reading articles, is to prove dipshits wrong when they post. especially with jujitsu. So you're like, this person says this. I'm like, then they're like, yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. And I read it. I'm like, that's not what it's talking about.
Who wrote the cult thing you read about?
This had nothing to do with anything like jujitsu. No,
Just
anything
about
jujitsu. Yeah, it's just about cults in general.
Gotcha.
So,
And jujitsu did come up in the article.
But it wasn't like a jiu-jitsu
But it was like
article. It wasn't on
it was like-
BJE.com?
No. It was like martial arts, and then it listed off like jujitsu as one of the primary ones where people follow it blindly.
So the 100% for sure culty ones are like the chi blasts ones, you know, where
It's good stuff.
Whatever that is, that's that. There's no way that's not a cult.
do we need to get into the
Jiu-jitsu-
bite model?
Go ahead.
Are we going to talk
Are we
about
gonna
the
do
bite
that?
model?
No, we don't have to.
Do you have other things?
No, well, I was just going to generally...
Does anybody have anything on the...
Well, the doctor keeps chiming in. This is
hell
great.
yeah, this is
No,
awesome.
Let's talk
Bring
to
it.
this OBGYN.
So he said, stretch after working out, not before.
Yes, that's
I
legit.
can't move.
Yeah, I don't understand that
I
at
do
all.
both.
so
I
wait-
do both, but
wait.
I can't move my neck.
Stretching creates instability and,
Yes.
and increases injuries.
Yes, if you
What?
stretch before you clang and bang, you're
Well,
doing
does
more
that
harm
include
than good.
jujitsu?
I believe it should, because if you're doing any pushing and stuff, you're weakening your muscle.
But you also get folded up like a fucking pretzel. I said pretzel. That's not a word. It's pretzel.
like-
Nope.
words.
So if
Pretzel.
if you warm up, your muscles will be loose anyway. But when you stretch, your
But I
what-
can't
what,
move.
do you call it? When you're
Instability?
yeah, you're destabilizing your muscle when you stretch.
Okay, which I do understand that.
So when you
however,
warm up, you won't get injured. When you get folded, because it's warm, it's not going to like all rip and stuff like that. Stretching doesn't have any.
yeah,
anything
it
to do with
doesn't.
that.
It doesn't increase blood flow to
doesn't-
get
it doesn't
going. No,
actually make your muscles longer.
But the only
and stretchier.
no, or yeah, because you would need blood flow to get in. But, however, I can't move my neck for the. Well, you've seen me. You've seen me in the morning,
Yeah.
like when we're going down to Coral. It's like everybody in the car. Kip's just staring forward.
Yeah, but if you wanted to do something before jujitsu, it's burpees and stuff like that. Like if you want to be warm and
Come again?
I'm not saying I'm doing it.
Oh, okay. Good.
I'm just saying
'Cause
for
I'm not
those,
doing it either.
For those of you that want to do something before you get after it in the
Yeah.
BJJ, yeah, definitely do burpees and push-ups and that kind of stuff. Don't stretch.
Dynamic.
I get you.
Dynamic stuff,
Dynamic
yeah.
stuff. I hate that
Weird.
term.
But
It's
no,
another one of those buzz
doctor's
terms.
right. He knows
So-
his stuff.
So hold on. Ask him. Is he still on there?
Oh, yeah.
John?
He
Is
said
it John?
he used to do CrossFit, and that's a cult.
That is straight up a cult.
Yeah, I agree.
So I know ex-CrossFitters, and they're like, I hate the culture at CrossFit.
Oh yeah,
He go-
because I
so
have no
with-
problem with the actual like ability to do it
No,
and
no.
the stuff that they even do. I'm like, that's pretty cool. But
I have
the
a
way
problem
they
with some
talk
stuff they
and
do.
about it, do it. Ugh.
So they have the same problem some jiu-jitsu gyms have, where they will take the prodigy that doesn't pay anything, but they're going to win the CrossFit Games or they're going to win
Okay.
the championships, and they're not paying anything. And the instructors and coaches are spending all their time on the ones that are going to bring home the medals. Meanwhile, the 42-year-old guys that are paying their dues every month and just trying to like get fit, learn jiu-jitsu, have some kind of a tribe, not clan. You know what I mean? Like they're the ones
You
paying.
can't just say
right?
it anyways,
No,
though.
I can't. But you know what I mean? Like the,
Yes,
the
I
people,
do,
the
yes.
people that are there they're not going to bring home any gold, any silver, any bronze, but they're there every single week. They're paying their dues, but because they're
You
not
mean
bringing home
why
trophies,
they have a business?
yeah, exactly. But they're not going to put all like the belts and the medals and the swords on the wall or whatever the CrossFit people get. I assume it's similar.
I'm thinking celery.
they have like Vitamixes,
Yeah.
like golden Vitamixes on the
seems to
wall.
make sense. But I have a question kind of on those lines. So it's a pet peeve of mine. I know, guys, it's crazy. I have a pet peeve. I have a lot of them. With working out, doing jujitsu, anything, why do you have to post about it? So
Well,
everyone has them in their feeds where every time they do something, look at me work out. Every time they're at the gym, look at me going to do BJJ. Look at me doing CrossFit.
I think that's
Well,
everything.
I think.
But no. What I
Well, it is.
literally
It is,
you won't-
it
Go
is
ahead.
everything. It is everything.
But-
because it'll be with religion or politics or how well endowed
that's-
you are or how strong you are or how much money you have or it.
Your friends post about
if-
weird shit.
If
How what? No.
how endowed you are. What? I've never made that post.
people that talk about that stuff
Yeah.
are the ones that are insecure, and it makes them feel.
That's
better
my
about
question.
themselves.
That's
Yeah.
my question because it's. I'm not using the others that use, and yes, you're
Right.
those people that post everything. I'm using the people that only mostly post about their workouts. Like, are you
Or you're vegan or you're paleo or you're
like,
meat only or carnivore diet.
and it's
right?
all towards that. And it's like,
they're the pyramid
why do
scheme
you feel it necessary
pushers
to
of everything.
Why, like, do you need confirmation that you worked out? Just if it didn't, if you didn't tape it and post it, it didn't happen. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I didn't lift that 500 pounds. Why? No one liked it.
So, okay, I want to redact a little bit of that because I think some people are legitimately trying to make a change in their life and they're proud of it.
Different. That's not what I'm talking about.
Right.
I'm talking about that. I hate it. Shut up.
It gets to me.
Honestly,
right?
Austin's canceled.
Yeah, I was like, Austin just went far to the side on that one.
On one hand, yes.
Yeah, I know. I agree a little.
I
do agree a little.
I agree 100%. Yeah, agreed. So if you're just taking food pictures because you're into it, like I'm not into that, so I'm just not into it. It's
but I can just scroll past that. If you do it every once in a while, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's the constant barrage of look at me work out. I don't, I mean, obviously I just scroll on, but you post every day.
Jiu-jitsu people, I think, are the worst at this.
Oh, fuck yeah, they are.
I think they're
like, look,
worse
I'm at
than
this gym.
CrossFitters.
Look, I'm at that gym. No one gives a shit. Like, I don't care what you're doing right now.
But other people might. Like other people that are
Who?
in that. Well, hold on. Like the other people that do the same thing. So a lot of people in jiu-jitsu, they go through the phase of they eat, sleep, breathe, drink. You know what I mean?
Which we all do that. We all kind of go through that where
exactly.
you get really into it.
I think that group of people like flates each other. You know what I mean? Over there.
I love that. That's the best word you got. You're like, flates?
I had this roll
that's all I got.
I'll pick this word. It just came up.
But
Wow.
I've been wanting to talk about it for a while because there's some really nice people I know that I'm not even on social media that much. I'm usually on social media for the show. That's most of what I do, or bragging about my dope kids because my kids are awesome.
Oh, but
And
who do you care about? Other people's kids?
yes, actually I do.
All of them.
Most of them, yeah. Like if they're doing something cool, I really
You're better
do.
than me because I don't care.
Oh, see, that's different for me
But
because
do you
I
see
think
me
it's
post
cool
about my
because
kids because I don't think anybody cares about mine. So I'm like, they did great.
Well, no,
I'll tell
see,
them they did great.
maybe your kids would care.
Here you go. Not a grappling dad,
Yeah.
but I appreciate seeing your two kids.
Yeah, because you care about the kid, right?
Well, because I know you and I care about you and I care about your kids. Now, if it's people I don't know that well,
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
right,
Yeah.
that's the problem.
No.
So I just need to unfollow a lot of people on
Yeah,
Facebook.
yeah, same
and
here.
Twitter
I really
and
need to.
Instagram.
The only
bye.
problem, yeah, and like I said though, I like some of these people that are posting, and I just look at them like, dude, I like, are you looking for me to like high five you every time you go to the gym? Because that's how I feel. Like you wouldn't do it unless you got credit for going. I know I'm wrong.
Roy's taking this personally.
Roy might be one of them. No, I'm just playing. No.
Triggered.
Here's the thing. I'll say
Great, I
about
pissed
Roy.
a cop off again.
can't
I
take
seem to
it
do that a lot.
Here's the thing I'll say about Roy. While he does post a lot, especially like on his TikToks, I love his TikToks.
Oh, his TikToks are
Yeah.
good. I don't even follow him. I did, but
should
somehow
follow him.
I
What?
did. It
What are you
dropped
doing?
off.
They
I
show,
just
he
noticed the
shows a
other
lot
day.
of cool movements. That's what I like about him.
Yeah,
It's
oh,
like,
no,
I
yeah.
didn't know you could do that in jiu-jitsu.
He does cool
wait,
stuff.
Roy, some of your stuff is bullshit, though. I'm gonna be real honest. I'm like, that's not gonna ever work on anybody. But I like a lot of it.
Just
no, there's
offered to give away stuff. Now you're gonna shit all over.
I
him.
know, what the fuck?
Hey, he's got to know.
He's
that
definitely
some
one
of
of
that
the
is
big-
like that's not a thing.
Yeah, but he's got more followers than we do. So
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he's doing way better.
He's way better at this than we are.
Absolutely. He should come on the show.
We've
talking
so we
offered
can get
that.
the cred.
It's on that dude because
Yeah, I'm working on
we
it.
don't know how to do anything. Because
right.
Tap Out for Cancer wants to be on the show. The guy who started that. Roy, there's another person too that all want to be on the show.
Okay, so hold on. Back to the posting too much about
Yeah.
kids.
It annoys
jiu-jitsu,
the shit out of
CrossFit,
me.
What's like a fine line? Because
There isn't a fine line
Because
for
I
me.
want.
It's
I want
quite
people,
dark.
Hold on. I want people to like post about stuff they enjoy, but like, where is it? Like, come on, man. Like, stop.
I got it. You want the line? I got it.
First one ever. It's just a hard no.
Yeah, hard pass.
Post family pics and that's it.
No, you can have interest and you can talk about jiu-jitsu, but if I ever see every day, this is your post, that's all you have is to post, this is the gym I'm at. How many of your friends do you just see, I'm here, selfie of the gym over their shoulder? What do you want a high five that you went? I'm super proud. Good job. Great. never gonna like it. If there was an anti-like button, like I could take other people's likes
Why
away,
isn't
I would
there a
fucking
dislike
do
button?
it. I'd be like, press this button, -5 likes. Like, it just makes it better.
-5.
Like,
If you get enough negative likes, it just the post.
yeah, it just
disappears.
goes away.
Well, that's what happens on Reddit, and guess how I would know?
This is great.
That was for the show. I'm proud of you.
Part of it was for the show,
Yeah.
and then I got lambasted. Okay, this one really.
Oh, nice.
This
We got
one
a
really
story.
angered me. This one was COVID related, which I know, hot topic. I thought this was pretty innocent.
COVID, what's
though.
that? Come again?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So this guy, they're talking about eating challenges, and this guy was like, "I want to go eat the Fifth Third burger at the ballpark."
Oh yeah.
It's not a thing anymore.
It's not a thing.
But someone said, "Hey, you should go do that," and he goes, "I don't know how I feel about doing that in a pandemic." And I said, "Just leave your mask on until you go to eat the burger. It's just like every other restaurant."
Yeah.
Downvote, downvote, downvote. I got downvoted.
Are you
to
shitting
hell.
me?
Yeah.
Well, because it's the right thing to downvote.
And I was just like, what?
Yeah, that's the thing about COVID. You say anything that's logical, whoa, you're getting
This is where we
downvoted.
get canceled right here
Well,
for the record.
No, I
This
don't,
is-
and I have zero feelings either left or right of it.
Yeah.
If you feel like really serious about it, I'm totally fine with it.
Yeah.
I get that. Do you feel like it's an over exaggerated bullshit?
Yep.
Fine, go ahead. I don't really care. I don't let it affect
That's
me.
actually I think the best attitude to have. Like if you're worried about it, then I respect
I
that.
respect
and you
that.
do you.
Yeah.
If you don't give any cares, at least respect the people that do.
And I do.
But you do.
And
you.
that's me.
Yeah.
I wear my mask. I wanted to come over to Paul's house on
Thursday.
Thursday night. I was like, I'm having a drink with Paul. Okay, we had a lot of drinks at Paul's.
It's on our
Thursday.
Instagram. Yeah, we can confirm.
Yeah, it was bad.
Pinky extended.
Yeah. Well, he was fine. I, on the other hand, and his wife was.
Way to have a caption this on that post.
That was freaking awesome.
That was great.
And I
got a lot of
couldn't come
responses.
with. Yeah, you did. And I couldn't come up with a good thing to make you feel worse. So I was like, fuck, I'm just not going to say anything. So, but I wanted to go over to Paul's. So what did I do? I reached out to Coley because Coley's very worried about, and she has a right to be. She's had a lot of people in her life that's had issues. So I'm like, hey, is it cool if I come over? Because most of the time I just want to be like, nah, fuck you, I'm coming over. Because it's Paul. And that's what I do. But I don't, because I respect your wife and I respect anybody that takes it that seriously. Do I believe it that much? Who knows? But
I've got
definitely-
COVID. I have COVID fatigue.
Amen.
Like I'm
Sick of
just sick of it.
I'm a Superman. I've been exposed to it over and a direct contact with people, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't get it.
Maybe you're just in that good of peak physical condition that it can't touch you, Kip.
For the amount
The
of stuff
moral of
that's
the
in this
story
cup
is-
right there, that's wrong.
More of the story is you don't need to have warm ups or workout to be immune to COVID.
So some people
Yeah,
are commenting
'cause I
on
do
this,
zero.
this check-in thing that we're discussing.
Oh,
This is-
cool.
for the record, this is not how I thought this episode would go. but
FYI,
whatever.
ignore Roy.
Roy's actually makes sense, and I'll give it to him. Hold on.
Okay.
So
We love you,
Mark
Roy.
Yeah, I do.
Bobo?
Okay.
I don't know who that is. Mark Bobo? Anyway.
I'm going to take it. I like it.
He
He's got
says
a
he
nickname.
occasionally checks into the gym, so like on Facebook, you can check in.
No, that's different.
Because BJJ helped him get into the right mindset. He lost 60 pounds, and that way he can be like, hey, this is kind of like inspiration.
I like that.
That's fine. That's different. I don't care the check-in. Like, hey, I'm here. I really don't. I know it seems stupid and it's the same thing, but it's not the same thing.
You're very specific over your hatred of this.
Yes.
A little bit.
But everyone, it's been 200 shows. Everyone knows I'm very specific in my annoyances.
Okay.
That's fine. That's fine. Okay.
Exactly.
Dial
So
dial it
Roy,
in.
Yeah.
Roy's the same way.
It's out of respect.
He checks in so he knows where he's trained. And for him, that makes sense because he goes all over the world.
That is pretty cool.
Or at least
Yeah,
the
he's like a
context.
traveling cop, so it's cool.
John, our doctor, our OBGYN.
Oh, he's still here.
His line is, if you're selling something or selling the art or boosting someone else. So like,
Yes. I agree with that.
if you're just
If you're
posting,
Yes.
posting to sell something all the time, I'm done
So
with you.
does he like it, or that's okay a time to post?
I think
Good
he's
question.
saying
Hold on. That's a good
well, we're going to have to
question.
give him like 3 minutes here because we're out of
Oh,
Houston.
does it take that long? It's fine.
It's like a 30-second delay, but you know when they're typing,
yeah, right.
It's fine.
it's not like Facebook.
We got all the
I'm just going to wait. It's fine.
episode 200. We do what we want.
We do what we want.
It's going to be great.
There's 5,000 people that
So
care.
you know, yeah,
8 million.
I actually don't get
8
on.
million people. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can't do Facebook anymore just because of all the animosity over literally everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
can't
so
do it.
fucking.
So that's
you
why I got
can't
into-
say anything anymore without pissing
Well, that's why I
everyone
like
off.
you know, that's why I've been going down YouTube rabbit holes because you can just pick what you want and they talk about what you have to type in, or at least what I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
so I like that because if I go down any social media where everybody's posting whatever they want, Instagram and TikTok is a little bit different because you can kind of.
I don't mind those two because
well,
it fine tunes. You
yeah,
can fine tune what you
yeah,
actually want to
exactly.
see.
Oh,
so
so
TikTok's
you
cool
can't.
because I'm into jujitsu, I'm into watches, I'm into whatever I'm into.
Yeah, yeah.
So I can find, like you said, fine tune it,
Yeah.
and I only see the stuff that I enjoy, or only follow the stuff that I enjoy. So I expect that. Hey, Roy's going to talk about jujitsu. I like following Roy. I like looking at that stuff, but it's because I choose to.
Yes.
Yeah, but
on Facebook needs to die. That's where I'm at.
I think it.
The only reason I like
close, I
Facebook
feel
at this
like.
point, it's getting there. It makes too much money still, but I like it for sharing pictures and events with my family. My post about my kids and my kids' events are all for family members. I don't give a shit if anyone else likes them. I don't care.
Yeah.
I just want my cousin in North Carolina that I never see to be able to go, oh, look, they're doing good. That's all I care. Everything else on Facebook can go to hell. Just saying. Because I don't care. Don't try to sell me something. Don't try to post and tell me that you did something. I don't care anymore. Great, you can lift a lot of weight.
How do you feel about humble brags?
Humble brags. I'm pretty awesome.
I'm awesome at being humble.
I'm awesome at being humble.
good.
There's nobody better than me at being humble. Is
that
weird?
doctorate
Was
back
that-
yet?
was that- yeah.
No, we're weird.
Okay, so do you have any topics you wanted to cover?
Well, I was
because
gonna-
this has gone super sideways.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a shit show, whatever. I was
You're
gonna have you guys
on the show.
I know, I know how this operates, but usually I have an idea, I have a format. So I was just going to talk about how you guys started, because I know there's a lot of people who've already heard this. They know of it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that haven't though.
There's a lot of people who haven't. We've gained a lot of random people.
Yeah,
so
We have a lot of listeners now. We have a lot.
Tell your story. I'll tell mine.
No, you go first. Oh yeah, I can go first if you like.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right,
Your
so
story's shorter than mine.
It is
Mine
much shorter.
mine is long and dumb.
kind of. He was kind of douchey. Yeah. So it's interesting. I've always been in organized sports for many, many years. Soccer, football, whatever you call it, and everyone makes fun of me for it.
Football.
It's what I do. But so I always liked organized sports. I always liked one-on-one sports because, like Austin, I played tennis, so I loved one-on-one. I hated doubles because I don't want to depend on anyone else.
Preach.
And I've liked UFC.
Same.
Yeah, it's a thing because other people fuck up. I don't like that. I fuck up, but I can yell at myself.
I got forced into singles because nobody wanted me on their team.
I can see that.
That's also-
I can definitely
So,
see that.
Same thing, different aspects of
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
why.
yeah. Different.
Yeah.
I mean, different route.
Right,
Same
right,
destination.
We came to, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I like it. And so I've always loved USC. I've watched it since it was on VHS. Y'all
Oh,
remember
yeah.
that when you
Oh,
could
yeah.
find the VHS at fucking Blockbuster or Family Video? You're like, oh, sweet. You're not supposed to. They can eye gouge.
Hold on. One question. Were you like into like ninja stuff and kung fu when you were a
No,
kid or not really?
not at all.
Okay, because I was. So when
Not
I-
at all. And I'm finding out I'm one of the few that aren't. A lot of people
Oh.
really were that are in jiu-jitsu. I think it's getting less and less because it's becoming so more
Right, yeah.
accepted. But for the most part, when I started, like everybody's like, dude, did you watch Bruce Lee? Blah, blah. I'm like, no.
Dude, I watched the Bruce Lee movies over.
I've seen them all.
the Jean-Claude
probably a
Van
few
Damme
times.
and the-
John Claude is the worst
Oh,
actor.
yeah,
I can't
absolutely.
do it.
I didn't care as a kid.
No,
Yeah, as a kid,
but
you don't know any better.
Yeah, you also watch Steven Seagal, and now he just
Loved
grabs
him.
somebody's finger and flips them around because that's totally
It's still real to me, damn it.
Anyway,
Do you even know what that's from?
I
Okay.
do.
He doesn't. It's fine.
does he?
It's the wrestling.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Got you. That kid is all. That guy,
He's hilarious.
He wasn't a kid, but that
He
guy
was
was
like-
awesome.
he was like
He was a
your
grown
age.
child.
He was our age, and it was awesome. So he was wearing a polo in his school gym watching wrestling. Something's wrong with you. So it was about 7 years ago. My middle daughter, who's just kind of a little tomboy, I guess is the term. I guess it's a passé term to use, but she just likes guy stuff. She wears all black freaking Under Armour. She would just wear it all day. It's just kind of her, just sporty. Just that's what she wants to do. So we tried to find things that she would do. So we tried dance. They put her literally in a tutu.
And she's like,
I've never seen the amount of disgust.
She's got horror.
Oh my god!
I'm not wearing
Just
this.
look, it's like she smiles for the picture because mom's there. Mom's
Right.
her favorite parent, so she smiles for mom. And then, for some odd reason, it was all my fault because the camera stops and she just looks at me like
Why
I'm
would
dead.
you make me do this?
She's like, "Why? You know better. I'm as close to a boy as you're gonna get. Don't make this happen again." So our babysitter at the time came to Black Lion with her two shitty
Whoa. You
shitty
can't
kids.
say that about kids.
Yes, I can. They're terrible.
He
One of
doesn't
them
follow them on Facebook.
one of them has a Napoleon complex. The other one just hated everything. So, and then their mother hated everything too. So it worked out well. I don't care if they can hate me. Don't give a shit.
At least you're not bitter.
They still follow me. It's weird because I don't.
Hopefully
follow
not
them.
on this podcast.
Actually, I hope they do. It'll give me less people watching me.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care.
How hasn't he been canceled? Like legitimately?
No, legitimately, dude. I just say what's in my head, and it's not good things. However, so they did bring me to this, and my daughter, their son did it. So Sydney is my middle daughter. She's like, yeah, that's what I want. I want to try it. I'm like, hell yeah. Within 2 months, Addie's like, my eldest goes, that looks pretty dope. Can I do that? Sure.
Yeah.
Ellie's too small to do anything because she wasn't even born when we started with them. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, it's been that long. And so they started. They loved it every damn time I was there, which was every week, twice a week. Chad would bug, and Brian Williams would bug the living shit out of me. Hey, are you going to try it? No, I'm not.
You know
Why?
how they don't bug
Because
you?
I'm a lazy fuck.
You know how they don't bug you? By having my face. Because you know who
Yeah.
never bugged me?
No
Buddy.
one. Because you looked like this creeper that just sat. I'll tell you that in a second.
I'll do the thing.
Yeah, that was him. Everyone. That was him every day. And his wife, who's very sweet and nice and pretty, also had the same face and looked like a bitch.
I wasn't trying to. It's just,
But she wasn't, and they aren't. But god dang, did they look like the most angry, bitter couple ever created. But you aren't. But anyways, so
we don't play well.
So
with
no,
others.
you do not. And so they got into it. They kept bugging me. I always had an interest in it. I was that douchebag that was like, I like UFC.
Oh god.
But I also never thought I could beat anyone, which I can't. And then I did one class. I agreed to do a class the following week. If I tell you I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do my best to make that shit happen. And I got the worst partner in the world, the purple belt that was not really a purple belt and smelled like Play-Doh. And he beat the living shit out of me, and it was not fun at all. So I was like, okay, I'll give it another week. I get stuck. He like grabs me again, so life sucked again. And then shortly after that, of just getting the shit beat out of me, Jordy, I got to hang out with Jordy. And Jordy, if everybody has a Jordy in their gym, just so pretty, so good at this that you want to hate him. But he's so nice, you can't. And he hung out with me a lot. I started hanging out with Morgan and Ben, and then I couldn't stop going. I was going 4 days a week as much as I could. Anything but no-gi. We didn't have no-gi back then. Yeah, that's right. No-gi. It was awesome. We had there was classes where there was 4 of us. So it was incredible. Like you came a little after that, and we started to have more people, but still
I don't think I came that much after you started.
No. And then once you started, it was still, we had with Paul started, we had 6.
You were not a one-stripe white belt when I started.
No, I was not. I might as well have stayed that way forever. It was fine. I just have not gotten better. And then after I started, I loved it. My kids loved it even more because Dad was doing it. And a big part of it that kept me going to it was Paul. I met Paul, and that's where the show kind of started. Is Paul and I made we've said this story a lot, but made a really inappropriate comment to each other. Both of us thought it was the funniest shit ever said. And that was while I was in your guard. It was super awkward. It's great. Sexual innuendo of some type, I'm assuming. And it was just, Paul took me under his wing, and I just loved it ever since. Now, I guess I can attribute it to Paul, so I guess thank you for putting me through that. But other than that, I fucking hate you.
You're welcome.
But yeah, that's how I got started. I know how Paul got started. It's really good, guys.
Well, we talked about Paul however long ago
Not
when
too
it was
long
you
ago.
and I. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say, we talked about that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I didn't, but I watched it. Got to get Austin at views. Trying to help him out.
Appreciate it.
I guess it's our views. At
Do you
this point.
subscribe? Yeah, I was gonna say you're on the show, douche.
I think I subscribe.
Get us to 482. Let's go.
Yeah, we're
Let's
at 41.
do this. almost halfway there.
So we got Paul's story. We don't want to hear Paul's story then?
I mean, you can summarize if you can.
Yeah, summarize the shit out of that. What, did I take too long?
Grew up bullied. wanted to be a ninja.
Yeah.
Obviously wasn't. Did the whole Taekwondo black belt thing. Still got beat up because
That doesn't work in the
it doesn't
streets.
work. Well,
I don't know. Never done Taekwondo.
well, it's one of those weird things.
But you can't use
it's-
katas in a fight?
No, no. And the thing with punching and kicking, it's like you go from. It depends on the level of bullying, right? So at what point do I ramp this up to 100 and just punch or kick somebody in the face?
I think that's first thing.
I should have done that the first thing.
Yeah.
To be fair, I would have had a lot less trouble if I just went.
Because I've seen some karate guys
punch
get in
and kick.
fights,
Yeah.
and they kick real quick, and it's over.
Anyway, it just I wasn't the type of person to want to fight
Okay.
or get into it. I wanted to be able to, but I wasn't that guy.
That's interesting to me.
Yeah,
Like,
so-
why would you train in a fight?
I had delusions of grandeur is what that was.
No, you got to be like me, weigh like 120 pounds and try to start fights with people and lose them. Because I was good at that shit.
Nope, I was always
Don't do that either.
I was always shy.
It's not a good move. Done it.
reclusive. Like it just wasn't. I don't know. It was weird.
And I've always wondered, how in the fuck are you reclusive? Because your dad not the same as he is now? And your mom's super fucking friendly.
No, they're my dad's interesting. Like everybody loves my dad.
I love your dad.
Oh, yeah,
I like him more than you.
He's just a great guy. So I'm not sure what happened to me.
Seriously. And it's not a knock on you. It's just your mom is a freaking sweetheart.
So I mean, obviously,
She's quieter, though. She is quieter.
Yeah, obviously things have changed since I've grown up.
Yeah.
But as a kid, it just
Wasn't the same.
it wasn't the
Yeah.
same.
Well, neither was my father. My father was an utter dick.
Yeah.
That's also his name.
There's also wait, that's
But
his name,
but he
bro.
was. He just went through his own time. So I get that because now my dad is like a saint of some type, I think, at this point.
But yeah, I don't know. I went through after the whole high school thing. I got married real quick. Went through a divorce. Didn't like. So my
That chick was awesome.
my coping mechanism for divorce is when I started getting into the gym.
Mm-hmm.
So I got into bodybuilding, powerlifting, and all that kind of fun stuff.
And bucket
but
hats.
because I did the karate and stuff, I got into a group at work, and the guy that
Yeah, the
introduced
basement
me,
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the guy introduced me to jiu-jitsu because he was a 0-stripe white belt and was
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to teach me jiu-jitsu out of my basement, which worked out splendidly.
Well, it was like 12 years old to the day, so it makes sense.
Exactly. So is through that I got suckered into a cage fight.
That's online if anyone wants to see it.
It's online. We did a breakdown.
It's right down there.
So I was too much of a coward to say no. I don't really want to do that. I was.
Isn't
full
that
of
funny how that
shit
works?
When I said I would do it, and somebody signed me up. So, but lucky enough, I won. And then I thought,
Yeah,
of
you
course,
broke that son of a bitch in
so
with your face.
So here's yeah. Hey, yeah, it worked. Okay,
That's
so
a move.
here's the thing. So I went from no self-esteem is not the word.
Confidence.
Confidence, yeah. So I didn't have any confidence in my ability to actually fight. Like if you and I in the basement, like I could beat up some friends, but we weren't trying to hurt each other. So
Okay,
I
fair enough.
felt
Yeah,
good
so
about
you
that.
really don't know how it applies.
But in a real fight, I was always scared. Well, now I kind of got my hand forced because I was too much of a coward to say no.
Gotcha.
And be that guy. So I just I'll just go through it and let the chips fall where it may. And I did, and I won. So
yeah,
then
you're braver than most to be able to do that. I would never
yeah,
do that shit.
So my confidence went from yeah to way too much. So
we have pictures.
I overcorrected.
I understand.
Yes, I way overcorrected on the confidence issue. So yeah, so not proud. But so eventually I'm like, I'm gonna win all these jiu-jitsu tournaments, and I was gonna be a cage fighter because I won one. I'm like, oh, that was great.
Yeah.
And I joined my jiu-jitsu class because I'm gonna be a fighter.
Yes.
And realized the first half of the first class that I, in fact, could not fight at all.
Yeah.
Even a little
people
bit.
half your size were beating your ass. I remember that. Yes.
Yeah, people of
The best part about it is a girl. I hate saying that because I get in trouble every time. It's just that's what I call my girls, and that includes my wife. But a woman beat your ass.
Yeah.
So if I ever say girl, I apologize. That's what I call my family. But a woman beat your ass, and that really changed you, didn't it?
So the woman that beat my ass, and she was a young lady.
She was only like a blue belt, right?
Yeah, she was mid-level blue. I want to say. I forget exactly, but she was very young. 20, give or take. I forget. She's actually the one that made me go, holy crap, I need to know this.
Yeah.
Because this is a person that she was very small, and I could throw her like a football.
Yeah.
Like she weighed nothing. She was very slight.
Yes.
But anytime my arms got a little past touching my chest or like
Yeah.
in,
You're done.
and I didn't know.
Yeah,
like,
it was
she
over.
used to go home.
Yeah.
And I'm getting choked by my own clothes. I'm getting choked by her clothes. I'm getting,
Yeah.
I had no idea. I couldn't stop.
And it was
anything.
a blue belt.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It was a smaller blue belt.
Yeah.
And I think that's one thing. I just want to throw this out there because it popped in my head. That's one thing if everybody could do and just mention the size of the person and the rank of it, not what their sexual orientation is.
Orientation.
Whatever you call it. I don't know. I don't know. That would be not right. But we're going to go with it. But no, you see my point because it would be so much better because I'm trying to do that when I talk to my daughters about things. Because especially with jiu-jitsu, I'm like, well, yeah, they're just a smaller person. Well, was it a girl? Doesn't matter. It's just if you're smaller. If you're smaller or bigger, doesn't matter. It just, there you go.
So for a young, stupid, uncultured swine such as myself when I started jiu-jitsu, right? And a lot of us are. It's just facts. Like, it took that for me to go, oh my God, it's the technique and it's the knowledge.
It's not the power.
It's not. I couldn't justify. Well, he probably works out, or because they felt strong.
It's funny how many people use that. Oh, they're bigger than me. They're stronger than me. It's
not
like,
only that. So I was big and strong compared to 75% of the people in there. I was bigger than, and I assumed stronger than because I was into the whole lifting thing. And when they were beating me, I'm like, how are they this strong? Because what was technique and frames and leverage, to me, not knowing any better, it felt like immense strength. But when she beat me up, and she's just a bubbly, happy-go-lucky, I'm like,
person,
it wasn't strength.
No,
like
technique.
Because there's small people that are power lifters. There's people that wrestle all their
there's
life.
no
And
doubt
like,
about
I'm
that.
being like, all right, maybe I'm not as strong as I think I am. But in this case, I'm like, no, it was knowledge that kicked my ass.
Yeah.
It wasn't strength or athleticism or size or any of that. I'm like, oh. So that was kind of what got me through that. Now, that being said, I had my eyes open, but I was still like the douchebag for...
Yeah, like the can opener king. I got you.
Yeah. So I just think it took maturity and old age and having kids and going through life.
This is the longest stretch that you've had jiu-jitsu in your life.
Yeah.
Out of the 12 years to the day. This is the longest stretch you've had.
Right.
So that's pretty cool. Yeah. And
but no, that's what I guess that's what got me in. Like understanding that this is real and it's knowledge based. It's not athleticism based. Because my whole life, even in karate and stuff like that, well, if I can be more flexible or be faster or be stronger, like you can get
be
there
better.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like boxing. A lot of it's timing. Like who's faster.
Timing and footwork.
George St. Pierre was on what show was he on? Lex Friedman, I think he was talking.
I
to.
can't talk about him anymore because him with hair looks stupid. So this is all you.
The point is George St. Pierre thought that he was the fastest one in the UFC. So I'll just beat you with speed.
Yeah.
And he got in with BJ Penn. And quickly realized that he wasn't.
Yeah.
He did not, in fact, have the fastest reaction times. And he goes, the whole first round, I got my butt kicked.
Yeah.
He goes, I had to change my strategy with him because I didn't have that.
Yeah.
So
Pretty cool, though.
yeah.
So when did you guys decide to make this a podcast?
Oh, how?
Like
It
what?
was, a lot of it's on him. though.
Well, so here's the thing. I wanted to do a podcast in the past, and it just never worked out. But I always wanted this. It's
Yes.
fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
You talk about something that you have a passion for, you love, you're into, you're learning about. I just think that's fun, and it is. And this podcast isn't experts. This podcast is two guys,
real people doing it.
yeah, two guys that are working through it and learning as we go and finding out that, hey, some of the stuff that we say on the podcast is wrong and I'll correct that, or some things that, hey, we have an unpopular opinion and here's what it is.
I'm good at those.
Or we've had it where we change our minds. Like I had this unpopular opinion and then somebody brought up a really good point and I changed my mind on it. And it's just kind of like our journey of learning.
Fuck
through
off.
You like that?
We could have
You
got
like
through
that?
a 200 show without it.
No.
Motherfucker.
No, this is our path and you will embrace it.
Wow, you dropped them both.
Those are my most two
I
hated
know,
words
yeah.
ever.
So I'm going to get punched in the mouth after the show.
But-
Maybe on it. We'll see. Live on air.
Let's get those
Just
views,
come
baby.
right across the
Oh
table.
my gosh, just takes this nice cut from right. Bam.
Oh, that would
Right in the-
work.
Oh, that would
Anyways,
hurt too.
but there's alcohol in it still, so you're good.
Oh, yeah, don't do that.
So it's interesting. So Paul and I, we were fast friends, and I think we become one of the closest friends I've ever had. However, it was interesting because we didn't have a lot in common. Like Paul was into way off things, and I'm just like,
I'm into weird shit.
Credit card
Yeah,
hacking.
Dude.
yeah. At that point, he wasn't so obsessed with that. He was obsessed with something else that was pretty much relatively stupid.
I go through phases. I get obsessed. I go through a rabbit hole.
Well, you go through a rabbit hole and you stay there
between 3 months and a year.
Yeah, but you always keep a piece of it. So I never knock you on it. I'm like, okay, he's way too into this, but at least he'll always use a bit of it. But with jiu-jitsu, it was interesting because I loved it enough, and out of nowhere, you're like, I have stuff you can do a podcast with. I'm like, and I give a shit why? You're like, we should do a podcast. I'm like, I mean, I think I'm funny. No one else does. But I think I'm funny, so I'm like, let's do this. That was my whole thought was, I think I'm pretty funny. Let's do this shit.
The first time we tried this podcast.
It's so bad, dude.
I had a bunch of stuff written out. We're going to do it.
Oh, yeah. We had it planned. We were going to get a board. We had a board.
We had a board.
We had a
fantasy draft board?
No,
basically.
essentially of like ideas and shit.
Yeah,
it was on the wall.
1A, 1B.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We had the
shit
shit planned, and it was terrible.
It was ridiculous. I had, it was nuts. And then I had to have like, all right, we have to be professional. So here's my read when we get on. So
he
welcome
had
to
written
the
out
Grappling
reads
Dads podcast
when we
where we
started.
talk about blah, blah, blah. And I had this thing. And then, so I tried this the first time and I got a sentence in and I froze. I'm like,
he left.
I don't know. And I went, now you talk, Kip. And he's going, what?
Literally, like, because he tells me, he's like, I got this read. I'm going to get through it. It's going to be great. Here we go. And he's like, Kip, you talk. I'm like, what? Well, luckily I'm stupid, so here it comes. And we did 6 episodes?
I think it was
5 or 6 episodes that y'all motherfuckers will never hear. Because it sounds like we're in a bathroom because we don't know what we're doing. And at the time had the wrong equipment because whoever sold Paul his stuff was like, this will work.
Oh, this will be fine.
And it wasn't.
He was trying to get rid of old inventory.
Yeah, seriously. Because it was all stuff that was like, dude, this is not going to work once we looked into it. But
you know what you don't want to do when you go into a store? Hey, I don't know what I'm doing.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Research first.
Paul now researches the shit out of everything. I think it's because he bought a lot of really expensive equipment that did not work for what we were doing.
Fool me once and all that.
It was so funny because he's like, I have all this. And I'm like, from what I know about it, this won't work. This 2 pieces will have it. And they're still right here.
Original
They're right here.
Right. This is literally the only original pieces to the show.
The only part. Not this
even
part.
This. No.
Just this. Right here.
You said the board's new.
Yeah, the board's new.
The arms are new.
No, that's wrong.
Oh, we got that.
The amplifier for the headphones.
Yeah. Oh,
those are also a thing. And it's so interesting that we're here now. Honestly, like we really thought
for how the show started out,
it was so bad. And then for so long,
to be fair, it's still bad. It's just a better kind of bad.
I don't think we're bad. Honestly, I don't think we're bad. Austin, do you think we're bad? I think we're entertaining.
I mean, I wouldn't keep producing this shit if it was bad.
Yeah, I mean, see?
Hey guys, I'm going to have to quit. Tennis.
But I think tennis is way better than you two fuckers. Yes. But we have a lot of fun on the show, right? I think we have fun. We relate. We've impacted people's lives, which is crazy.
We've thrown people under the bus for posting where they're going to the gym.
Yeah, fuck them.
Hey,
I don't care.
Love you guys.
Hey, Roy, fuck off. I'm going to take you out, son.
Well, I've got a lot of people asking when you guys are going to train again, so they're fighting it right back.
Oh, here's the thing.
Well, that was kind of hurtful and accurate. Who said it? Hold on.
Caleb was one.
You fucker.
Travis was the other.
Damn it. Both people letting Travis Lung?
Yeah.
You motherfuckers. I hate both of you.
All right. So here's the deal with that.
Hold on. Congrats on your stripe, Travis. Pretty cool.
Yeah, good job, Travis.
Yeah, hell yeah. Purple belt, 1 stripe, which Croyler does not like giving out stripes, so that's a big deal. Great job, bud.
I want to fight him so bad.
I do not because I don't, I'm competitive and don't want to lose.
Me.
But he's so fun to roll with. He's fun, man.
He's one of my all.
So is Caleb, though. Caleb's a lot of fun.
They both make it
really enjoyable.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm only saying that because they're on here. Other than that, fuck both of them.
So hurtful.
Just kidding. I love them both.
You have never really stopped other than you have a kid in soccer now, which makes it difficult to...
That's what most people are understanding about me now is I won't do nogi, which is on our school schedule Monday and Wednesday. Yeah,
what would it take to get Kip to do nogi?
Yeah, fuck off. $1 million. Like that's what I find totally amusing about this whole thing is like, let's make Paul do nogi. No, I'm the one that will never touch it. I just don't take a hard stance on it like he does.
We picked the wrong one.
I hate it. It's disgusting to me.
Okay, so anyway, you're going when you can.
Yeah, I go.
I
go when I can.
Schedule.
My daughter has a schedule. Also, I'm working like 68 hours a week. Not shitting you. So I'm pretty fucking tired by the time I get done.
All right.
So the only reason I'm not there mostly is because of Addie, because I have to get home and take care of the kids while my wife is taking care of Addie at the game. So
for me,
he's a bitch.
Yes.
No.
So
a little bit.
I haven't stopped training.
No, you never have. You still train with one person.
Yeah, I got one person that does the whole stays at home from work, doesn't do anything. Their kids did the whole virtual thing. So we just had our own little bubble. And he's come over for the last year, 2 days a week, and we've been training in the basement. Now, we've missed time, obviously, because kid stuff and work stuff.
Life
and,
happens,
life
whatever.
happens, right? But I've never really stopped more than the first shutdown, like that first 2 months. I think I did nothing.
Yeah.
So
you did absolutely nothing.
So for 2 months, I detailed cars every day.
Dude,
and did yard work.
I didn't even know what to do.
And put shelves up in my garage.
And the motherfucker wasn't really allowed to talk to me. Like, we couldn't get close enough. And I'm not going to talk to you across the damn yard.
To be fair, I was gone every day. I was at the shop working on my hot rod.
Yeah, and I was still working every day.
Yeah, so you never
I was
stopped
considered
working.
essential. So,
yeah. So I had that. So I had that 2 months off.
But Caleb can suck it, by the way.
Yeah. But so I am going back in before June. So
we're hoping June
this month,
right?
Yeah.
No, we're going to go with June. I'm not going to push.
We'll say June. Yeah.
Because if we put May, I feel like you're not going to go.
Yeah.
So we're going to give you
June.
June.
We'll do June. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to be back. There's a few people that have challenged me in the white belt class.
Challenge you?
Yeah. Like,
I
bet I can hold you in my guard. I'm like,
why is that a
I cannot
challenge?
hold you down really good in side control thanks to all my cookie weight.
Yeah, you do have a lot of cookie weight,
that?
dude. That was fucking stupid. So we're sitting there on Thursday just drinking way too much at his house and
talking about getting fat.
Yeah, talking about getting fat because
is this an intervention for drinking and getting fat? Like,
I'm proud of myself for how much I drink.
We're coping with COVID, brother.
That's the wrong way to do it. You want to get fit and in shape and healthy. Oh, God. Okay.
We're good.
Anyway, you're drinking Thursday.
We have cookies and alcohol. Yeah. You have, I can lift weights.
I did
Who wins here?
5 times.
Who wins here?
Savage.
So, and this makes the show more entertaining because Kip's a little tipsy every day.
So anyway, tell the story.
So we're sitting there and he's just talking about his wonderful diet that he's on of cookies and ice cream. He's like, yeah, if my wife's not home, I eat cookies, ice cream, and whiskey.
Because you came home and your daughter was like closing the fridge or the freezer. What are you doing? I'm having
This
ice
is
cream.
at 6 o'clock.
And you're like, I'm going to Paul's. I'm not even
she
dealing
literally
with this.
was making ice cream like Sundays.
Yeah.
And I just go, what are you having for dinner? She's like, ice cream. And I go, I'm just like, I don't even give a shit anymore.
He's telling me the story. I'm like, yeah, if Nicole is gone because she goes to her mom's house and has dinner before I get home from work. So I'm like, it's whiskey and it's
ice cream. The funny thing is he can handle whiskey. You're lactose intolerant to some extent, so this dipshit eats it anyway.
It's so good.
And he's like, dude, you gotta feel. And he told me how much he weighed, which we're not going to talk about.
And you went, what?
And I go, huh? Really? And he goes, watch. And I lay down on the ground. He's like, check on my side control. I'm like,
he actually made it. His face went red.
It's like, holy shit.
And his eyes go, what did you do?
He got fat.
Yeah.
He's not. He doesn't look fat, but he's definitely bigger than he was when we started all this.
Got some COVID-19, eh?
Yeah, he's definitely got. I, on the other hand, am so stressed. I'm at 168.
Yeah.
Wow,
you went from like 180 to 168. Yeah. I went from 180 to 195.
When you told me, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, boy.
But yeah, mine's all stress. Just to let everyone know, all stress. Not doing anything productive, just stress.
Caleb wants to know, June of what year will you be coming back?
Accurate.
I would talk shit Except I think I know better.
Yeah, you should not.
I know who and where he trains.
I was going to say,
with.
he does a lot of training.
Yeah.
And
and he's got like a built-in training dummy that's also probably better than me. So
I guarantee they're better than us.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about that anymore.
So it's here's the thing that people don't like about jiu-jitsu. Just sidetrack, a little side note.
Ooh.
You
This
have-
is going to be a long
Like
200
this show had a
Are
plan.
we okay
I'm
with
gonna-
Are we okay with a long show today? Because it's already long.
I'm gonna
I love
use-
long shows. Let's do this
Epic,
thing.
yeah.
I'm gonna use Caleb. I'm gonna use him right now.
Oh,
So Caleb comes in. I remember him on his first day.
I feel dirty.
Yeah,
I'll just be over here. I'll be over here if you need me.
Caleb comes in on his first day. Awful.
Oh my God, he was
Wrestler.
an asshat.
And
Oh, he was a super asshat.
The entire, it was an open mat. The entire open mat. I was trying to help him and deal with him. I'm like, oh, dude, you got to settle down. You're you're throwing yourself in triangles. Do you notice how tired you are and how I don't care at all? Like, are you feeling? I'm trying to. You're not picking up what I'm laying down.
His effort level that day was fucking impressive, and he never died. Like, he
No.
just kept coming.
I will give him this. He has all the stamina.
Oh my gosh! But he had all the no.
But here's the thing: like he flipped a switch or turned a corner or whatever.
It was
and-
after his deployments. After his deployment, he came back and is like, "Hey, he's doing jujitsu."
But my point is he changed his idea
did.
about it. He's training the right way. He's listening. He's doing all the right things. Well, but he's still in that I'm really into jujitsu thing, right?
Which
So he
people
is-
stay in that
Right.
forever.
So here's the thing. Here's where I think some people have the potentially of getting butthurt because he will surpass me if he hasn't already, right?
Well, I'm pretty sure. I guarantee he surpassed me, and I don't.
Oh, for you, absolutely.
I don't give
me. I'm talking me
I
personally.
mean, that was hurtful and accurate again, but
I rolled with him. He surpassed me.
I don't care.
So, my point is not that you care. My point is,
But no,
that
it is a
certain
point of
people-
contention for
yeah,
people.
That's why people quit. Because
Yeah, they're like, he got better than me.
well, you'll have one person that goes and like I can do it 2 or 3 days a week, and then you have the other person that can do it 5 or 6 days a week, and they have look, genetics are different, timing is different.
the amount of time you have to spend doing
exactly,
it.
so-
And he
but
has a real advantage, and Amanda and him love to train together.
awesome.
My wife and I does not go well when we train together. So it's just never happened.
In your defense here, Caleb says I would have pissed myself off.
Yeah, he was a super dude.
No,
We've
everybody-
had this conversation.
Everybody knows, yeah.
Yeah. But Caleb now is super slick. He uses no muscle. You
haven't
never find his head in the middle of your chest like you did the first day.
I haven't rolled with him in obviously a year, but the last time I did, legit.
No,
like,
no,
he was
he's
getting
so much better.
legit
He's
good,
very
yeah.
slick now. Just being able to watch him because I haven't been there too often. But yeah, he's a lot.
And his
slicker than he
wife's
used
always
to be.
been better than him though, so I'm not sure if he's ever going to surpass her.
I don't know
Like, the
that
poor
that girl
guy.
punk that kicks me square in the face so
It's
often.
because she hates you.
Yeah, maybe it has nothing to do with
That's
skill.
not-
I don't think it does. It's not a skill thing.
Not
it's
an
just,
accident, Kip.
Hey, guess what? I used to be a soccer player. Let me kick you in the face.
I was like, oh, sorry, I flailed.
Yeah, I flailed my foot in your face.
At least it wasn't Jamal.
I can vouch for that.
Yeah.
Dude, the look on your face when you got hoofed in the head by Jamal. If y'all haven't seen it, Jamal's foot's about yay big.
Yeah, size 25s.
And
like,
he kicked Paul, and the look on of Days was amazing. But
Oh.
anyways, going back to the whole thing with you and I not training, it's difficult for me right now because my want to be in that gym is not there right now. It's just not. And that's just being honest.
No, you know you're going through. So it's when you don't do something for so long, it's hard to want to get back into it. You talked about it earlier about, hey, I wanted to go on Saturday, right?
And it's so easy to say no.
And it's easier to say no. It's easier to say I got something else going on. I don't want to get my gi on, get my bag out, and drive there, and then get all
wanted
sweaty,
to.
then come
Well,
back,
and now
and take a shower.
and you're out of shape already. You
It might-
know you're going to get fucking winded.
You
You
go
know
there-
it's going to be
yeah.
shitty. It's like it's hard to go back, and that's why early in the show we told you never take a long time out. Now COVID has forced way too many of us to do so.
It is. So
It's created
much,
a lot of like, hey, I could quit. We lost listeners. We've never lost listeners ever. We've always been a growing podcast.
There's a lot of people. So in America, like it's
Yeah.
some states at least are opening back up. In other parts of the country,
We still aren't. We really aren't opened up. You're supposed to be wearing a mask. You're supposed to be doing all those things still while you're working.
my point is, in some countries, it's just like you're not.
Well, there's still countries you can't do anything. There's countries that are completely open, just kind of like our states are here.
Yeah.
But I was always proud of that we were always moving up. we always moved up. We were always getting more listeners. And then we went, when COVID hit, it was the only time we ever lost listeners. Yeah, it just fucking was like, hey, look at Kip and Paul. Fuck you.
Did you listen to podcasts during COVID? Because I sure as hell didn't.
I didn't know. Fuck no.
I
started listening to recently.
Yeah.
Recently, just because I'm in my truck so much. If I wasn't in my truck so much, fuck, I still wouldn't listen to shit.
Same.
But that's what happened. But guess what? Hey, Austin, when you tell yourself that when you're on a podcast, doesn't make you feel any better. But with all bringing Austin on, by the way, with the 200th episode, I do want to say thank you to Austin, and I think a lot of the fans do. Fuck you, shut up. You're bad at this. Take a fucking compliment. As he's, shut up.
I was going we.
It sounded really bad because you're like, and all I can see, by the way, is that stick that's
but now you're looking at the
camera.
camera whenever you turn to look at me, so it works.
Yeah, I know. Well played.
Thanks.
Yeah. Anyways, but a lot of listeners, I know I don't always tell you, but I have listeners that reach out to me. I don't think you get as many that reach out to you.
I don't even know how to get in my email anymore.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. So they probably do. You just don't care. And
I care. I just don't know how.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I get them that reach out just to me and they say, hey, Austin's been a great addition to the show. You guys are great. And I think that's why we are growing the way we are. We're at usually a 10% clip of growth, which is pretty impressive at all.
Yeah, we're good.
I mean, it's pretty impressive. Now, you people still don't watch our YouTube
producers.
Oh my God.
You like that?
He does a great job.
No, I don't like that at all.
No, don't. Stop it. Any other questions? I like your questions.
We had someone mention, good thing you guys didn't have teenage boys. TH, whoever that is. He had two of his teenage boys team up on him and give him an atomic wedgie.
Oh, I was going to say purple nurple.
Just while they were rolling on the floor, and then he was stuck. He was stuck there with underwear torn over his head.
Okay, you've raised your kids wrong.
No, nope. I disagree. That's awesome.
My kids better never attack me, but I also have girls, so it's a little bit different.
Hold on. So my kids do attack me. Because
they do actually. Yeah, they do. Mine don't.
So any one at a time, I can beat up a 10 or 12-year-old little girl one at a time.
Oh no!
But when you're having to deal with one and the other just sinks in the rear naked choke.
Your daughter's chokes are well, actually, my daughter's chokes are. If you had never been choked by a bone, like literally just a bone against your freaking two arteries,
I imagine
it sucks.
I imagine the piano wire assassin.
Yes, it feels a lot like that because my daughters are very slender by nature. Well, everyone can see me, and everyone saw my wife. We're quite slender people. It's like being choked with a bone when anyone do anything. I'm just like, it's fine. I'm fine. So, I'm not tapping. I'll pass out before I tap. It's fine.
It's really cool. It's the point where they know enough where like if they team up on me and I'm not just obviously going to smash my kids.
Sydney's now gotten to the point where she's old enough to fuck you up.
Yeah.
So it was always Caden before because Caden was that like 2 years older.
Yeah. Caden did a fantastic straight ankle lock on me the other day. I was
way
proud.
to teach your kids right.
I did not teach him heel hooks because if I do, I will.
Okay, let's hold on. For one thing, you'll blow your knee out. And number two, Caden will wrench someone's knee off.
Yeah.
So, I know Caden. She will.
I taught her. So I taught her some of the positional things, but not how to finish any. I won't.
Please, God, don't.
Yeah, because I will.
It won't.
I will regret that. Well, I already regret the rear naked chokes because,
dude, they think it's funny, and they think it's funny.
They think it's great.
It's not funny, people. It's not funny at all.
My hand doesn't go from here to here fast enough. I'm just like I'm already gonna I'm gonna feel that for like 3 days now.
Well, there's a picture of us in the early days of this where your daughter's choking me. And I thought it was adorable because I could get my index finger in it. I can breathe. That's not an option anymore. If your daughter grabs my neck, which she won't because COVID, but if she did, the last time she did, I'm like, nope. Nope, can't breathe.
I can't say who it was, so don't mention it. But I seen my daughter choke out a 230-pound man.
Yeah.
Unconscious.
Yeah, she's freaking legit, dude. Don't just tap.
Yeah. They refuse to tap.
But my daughters is the same way. And Sydney's are. Like her arms are super small, but if she gets to close, if she catches the nape of her arm, it hurts.
So on one hand, yay, great. I'm proud of you.
My kids can take care of themselves.
On the other hand, I'm really hoping that it's kind of like when by the time you can beat up your dad, you usually don't want to, and I'm hoping that holds
Yeah,
true.
that really needs to hit hard soon.
Because when I was a kid, by the time I could beat up my dad, I was a full-grown man. You know what I mean? By the time my kids can beat up their dad, they'll be 14, 15,
Yeah, pretty
maybe.
damn close.
So,
Because they're so much faster than we are.
Yeah.
Anybody else got anything on there?
What age did you introduce your kids to BJJ?
Not like 5 and 7.
Yeah, same.
Yep.
Same.
A couple of them said 4, 3.
Yeah.
So Sydney is 11. She started 6, almost 7 years ago, so 5-ish.
Yep.
Yeah, because she's almost going to be 12. Yep. So, yeah, I think it's a good age. Yeah, I'll tell you from experience, if you start them early, because I started L early because my other kids did it and Chad let me. And it didn't work. Her attention was not there. She was just there to have fun in the bad way. Like
So
she was literally going to poke Chad in the nose, like boop.
So that,
like, oh no.
I think age and maturity level and whatever the kids are, I think depends on the kid some.
It does,
and it depends on the coach some, and it depends on how big the school is and if there's a spot for them.
If there's a spot that fits. A lot of times what you'll run into, and we ran into with the different ages that we had, is if you start my girls too young, they kind of got away with it because they kind of understood and they could listen well.
Right.
But I've also seen boys that started at the same age and there was just no fucking reason because they were just all over the place and trying to wrestle. It's like, is it a boy and girl thing? No, it's a personality type. It's just what I happen to see.
If you could, for like really young kids, like 4 to 8, say, if you could, well, hold on, if you have like a movement class,
4 is a stretch,
right?
bro.
But if it's not
movement class,
it's not like jujitsu, but it's like jujitsu movements where you make it games and fun, and not be like trying to teach them how to get out of anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think
I'll give you that. Yeah, that makes more sense.
If
it was all game based, my daughter Ellie would be able to do it for sure.
Yeah. But I think if you want to start teaching jujitsu
technique and whatever,
I think an average age might be around 8.
7, 8, yeah. I mean, 7's a stretch. 8 is about right because that's
they're
when my
younger,
kids started. That's when Sydney clicked into like, this is a thing. This isn't just dicking around with my friends. So I give you that. 8, I think is a good time to. I think 5, 6, depending on the kid's maturity level, is a great time to get them started so they understand that that's what you do. You warm up. You do things. Concept wise, 8, 9. Yeah,
I still like the Gracie Bullyproof DVDs. Like if there's not a spot for your kids in jiu-jitsu,
start them on
the DVDs and
it's great.
Do it yourself.
Builds that confidence, and when you can have confidence, everything's
and it's fun.
easier.
Shoot,
it is fun. It is fun
because I was a baby blue belt when I got the DVDs, and I'm even learning stuff on them. I'm like, this is good for like.
It's pretty legit,
and it shows you how to be safe with your kids, rather so you're not like crushing legs and arms.
Yeah, it's hard to do.
An accident. Yeah. So you have to have a little wherewithal as an adult. Yeah. So if you have never done jiu-jitsu, it might be a little tough for you.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And that's one thing I want to throw out. I'll throw out real quick is like, if you've never done jiu-jitsu, let the coach do his job. Oh, please shut the fuck up.
Yeah, don't.
It's in every sport. Austin knows this.
This goes for every sport.
Every sport does this. You don't know what you're doing. Yeah. Okay? If there's a person there coaching, there's one of two things. Either they volunteered because recreational, or it's you're a blue belt and you help out in our school. Or number 2, you get paid to be there. Both ways, they know more than you. So guess what? Shut the fuck up and let the person do their shit.
How dare you?
I cannot stand it. I've been a coach. Austin's a coach. Don't ever try to tell a coach. Don't ever talk trash about a coach. If you don't like what they're doing, find a new school. And I will guarantee you will run into the same damn problem. It is what it is. The coach is going to teach what your kid can learn. Yep. It's how it works. If they find a prodigy, you know this too. If you find a prodigy, the best player on your team, you're more open, doesn't matter what sport it is, to opening more techniques to them, harder techniques to them. That's how it works. If your kid isn't ready for that, go ahead and take it. It's okay. Your kid's not ready for that shit. It's fine. Shut up.
Yeah,
your kid's learning. Be happy.
Yeah, it's one of those. I understand. Like, I try. It's hard not to be a dad predator or a mom predator. Like, I want my kid to be the best, or my kid is the best. I understand everybody's proud of their kids. I get that.
Yes.
Like, your kids are the best for you. My kids are the best for me. Like, Austin, I like your cats.
All of a sudden, your cat kicks ass at being an
No,
ass
that
hat.
cat sucks.
That
I don't know
cat
if you
is
noticed
fucking terrible.
The scratch I have in my nose, that was from the cat.
I was wondering where that was.
Yeah.
That came
Nice.
from. Nice.
So,
what an asshole.
He was on the bed. He got scared at 3 a.m., jumped on my
your
face to get away.
That's Shannon's cat, though, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. Fuck that.
So anyway,
I'll talk to Shannon. It's fine. She doesn't give a fuck about me.
My
but,
point is, I can respect somebody wanting their kid to be good and wanting to get attention paid to them, but you have to be realistic about it.
But you can't. Most parents can't. And Drew also knows that. Most people aren't. But try your best. If you're a parent, just let the kid learn from their coach and let it go as much as you can. I taught the kids class for a while, left it. I was like, no, I'm not coming in early for that shit because the parents were trying to coach their kid to hurt other kids. It happened repeatedly. And we're talking specifically about jiu-jitsu. Fuck off.
Yeah.
That's enough for me. So if you can, just drop your kid off at class. Let it happen. Watch and shut your trap. It's hard to do, though. I have no problem doing it because it's interesting for me because I grew up in a very competitive house. My dad wanted me to do well and do all these things. My mom wanted me to do well because they both played sports. Yeah. So I had to be really good at everything I did or I got fucking screamed at.
Really?
Oh, yeah. My dad got a yellow card before not shitting you at a soccer game because he was yelling at me.
That's awesome.
We talked about that over the weekend. He's like, I'm pretty sure I got a yellow card for yelling at you. I'm like, yeah. Is that who my dad is now? No, but just got to have that. But literally, he got a yellow card for screaming at his own son. So that's how I grew up. So I know how that feels, guys. It sucks.
And do you do soccer for a living, no, Kip?
No. Weird. Shockingly enough, I've made $0 from that.
You're not the next Pele?
No.
Is that right?
Wow.
Did I do it right?
That was like a
Such
1985 reference, but cool.
Yeah.
I mean, cool.
That's all I know.
I mean, it was good. It was a football reference.
I don't know anybody else.
Solid, but that was me. So I can tell you from experience, your kids freaking hate it, and it doesn't make them better.
Yeah.
Your constant support.
Your best bet is to make it fun. Don't ask them, did you win?
Nope.
Did you have fun? Did you learn what happened? Like,
because your kids know if you won or lost.
I know.
That's why I tell people, it's like, dude, your kids know if they won or lost.
Yep.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. This is stupid. They're all getting participation trophies. Well, guess what? That makes them feel good. I think they're freaking dumb. However, the kids know who won. I will tell you from experience, when I was coaching my kids' soccer team, they would all come up to me and be like, we got our ass kicked, Coach Kip. I'm like, yes, we did.
Well, my oldest daughter is very competitive. Like she has this rage
she will.
to
Yeah,
win.
she has a rage to win for sure.
But in jiu-jitsu, you can't always do that. Like there's going to be somebody
But she
that's
takes a loss perfectly fine.
She does. But
She's lost.
she comes home and I can tell she's upset. But I always be like, I will compliment the person that beat her on whatever they did to beat her. I'm like, that was fantastic.
Yes.
That was a really good thing. Well, like, what happened? How, what did you feel like this? I couldn't do this. I'm like, well, do you want to know how to help with that? And I'll help her. But I always compliment the person that did it and that it was good and that it was fun to learn something so that we can counter it. I never made her feel bad for losing.
Never have. And Sydney, I was coaching Sydney one time, just so you guys know. I've coached his daughters more than I've coached my own in anything. Because I have like two tournaments in a row. I'm like, there's no one around. I guess I'm coaching your daughter. Terribly. They both lost. So I'm a heck of a coach.
Sydney won the one you coached.
But Sydney won the one that she won, and she lost the other one I coached her in. But she came to me, and she looks at me, and she's like ready to cry. And I pick her up, and I go, you did great. Don't worry about it. And she was like, She actually put a little smile on, then ran on to you guys. Didn't even cry. Yeah. So your kids did really well. So he just supported them. So guess what, people? Support your kids. Yeah. They're better people and don't act like douchebags.
And I think if kids
they need to know how to lose.
Yeah, exactly. Guys, losing right and winning right is a skill that needs to be taught.
Yeah, it needs to be taught. So you need to know to lose.
Yeah.
Anyways, anything else on there to yell at us about?
No. That's everything.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I feel like he's avoiding something.
I'm really not.
Because he wants to stop the show.
I'd like to thank the gynecologist.
I kind of want to stop the
Cheers.
show too.
Cheers,
Yes,
homie.
John, the gynecologist. Yeah. Thank you. If I have any questions, I'll go ahead and swing it by you.
We got oh my gosh. We got a lot of compliments on 200 episodes.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching.
It's been a lot of shows, and I don't think we've had one instance where we both were kind of like, I don't think anyone would give a shit if we stopped doing this.
Yeah. Usually one or the other will think that,
but
but not both at the same time.
Yeah, we kind of ran into a wall together for the
Yeah.
first time. Even semi-recently, we're like,
Yep.
maybe
Yep.
just stop doing it.
Yep. I
And
think the breaks help us both. Like
I think
just,
it did.
Just
The
having some
breakaway,
time
yeah.
off.
Because this has been a lot of fun
And
the last
Austin's
few
been
weeks.
fantastic.
Yes, he has.
So that poor guy gets no breaks.
We try to bitch at him, but we can't because he does a great job. He's brought a lot of listeners in with the way that he does it. We appreciate everybody. Honestly,
yeah.
we never thought it would even get this big. We really thought no one gave a shit. Right?
Yeah. Yeah,
and
absolutely.
we have a lot of you worldwide, and we appreciate the living hell out of it.
I just think what we do is a bit different from everybody else.
I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Because they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Really
yeah,
changes
well-
the dynamic of the show.
Well, that's just it too. Like if you want to listen to a show where there's top level knowledge, they're out there. Listen, I mean,
Oh, yeah,
like
they're
Carter's
all out there.
Like he's
it's
been doing it since he was born. Like,
It's
of course
amazing.
he knows more.
Yes.
But this is kind of like
if you want to have fun,
Yeah.
we literally
To be
talk
fair,
about.
Andrew's fun. We'll give it to Andrew. Like he holds.
I
that
mean, he fits
entire
in my
show
pocket
up.
really adorably. I don't know how much fun he is, but no, he's great. I don't care about that show. However, our show is as a whole has become very fun and we've impacted a lot of people's lives, which is hard for me to admit. But I think we bring a different flavor to jiu-jitsu. We bring the actual, hey, this sucks sometimes, and it's realistic, and we talk about it. At least I'm funny. Paul's not.
No.
Paul's not. Paul's the dry end of this.
a serious
Austin's the.
Just floats back and
I
forth.
mean, he's there. I mean, he's definitely there. But we appreciate everybody. I think we've come up with something that's pretty cool. And hopefully, if you guys like us, tell your friends about it. Yeah, 200 episodes. Holy shit.
I think the podcast has been a lot like the jiu-jitsu thing, right? There's been good times and there's been bad times.
Yeah.
But there's more good than bad, and I don't regret doing it at all.
At all. None of it. And I appreciate every last listener we've had. Our patrons are amazing. We're finally doing something for you. That's mostly thanks to Austin and Al yelling at Kip.
Thanks, Al.
No problem.
Come look it up.
We will announce that all our patrons have a new name. It's not a flattering name, but it's a name.
You'll see, Paul.
You will. I sent it
You
to Paul.
can't-
That's the funny part is that he
You
somehow
can't tell me
remembers.
because I would have ruined it already.
Also true. Also true. But we appreciate you guys. Any dollar you ever give to the show goes straight back to the show, and we really appreciate it. Pretty shortly, I know Austin wants to finish, but pretty shortly, we're going to start a nomination process for the Grappling Dads, paying for the first month of anybody you think you need that needs jiu-jitsu. We're going to pay for the first month.
Nice.
And it's something I've set money aside from patrons and everyone, so it's just money going back in. So the dads at grapplingdads.com is the place to email if you want to go on and message us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, even though we hate it. Just go ahead and send it to us. Give us a story. We're going to read that story on the show. So please, God, don't ask names unless you want them to know their name, because Paul and I read verbatim.
Yep.
So it's going to happen.
I will ruin it.
Yeah. And we're not, and it's not one of those things like, hey, we need a cop, they have this, we need that. It's who you think and why you want them to do jiu-jitsu, and they won't try for money reasons. So let's make that happen.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Do it.
Austin?
Good.
I got nothing.
Don't quit.
Thank you, brother. Don't quit, guys.